Hi everyone, Sherwood Small Pets here. So I am here with Thumbelina. Now Thumbelina is a baby hamster. She's actually 2 weeks old today. She's a Roborovski that part of another litter that I am raising for Mustachio Hamstery. She is a very small 2-week-old hamster. She is by far the runt. I will show you, I'll get one of her sisters in a minute to show you the size difference. They're 2 weeks old today. Their eyes are all open, so everything's good. We don't show baby hamsters. We don't show baby hamsters without their eyes open. Her eyes are open. They just look small. I wanted to talk to you really, really quickly about the importance, the lack of romance and like simplicity with breeding hamsters versus the illusion. Because like with the last, when I showed Shimi's litter, I got a lot of comments being like, oh my god, I'd love to raise a bunch of baby hamsters. And I know a majority of people, when they say that, it's just like a, oh my god, cuteness, and they don't mean it in anything serious, and that's fine. I totally get it. But there are always people that, unfortunately, there are lots of people that do think that seriously and go into doing stuff like this without any regard, and it's dangerous. So I'm gonna, like I said, Thumbelina's a runt, so I 4 times a day I hand feed her. So I'm gonna basically chat while I hand feed her, or we're gonna like try. Okay, so Thumbelina is here in my hand. Like I said, I'll pause the video before it's done and get one of her siblings so that you can see the difference in size. I apologize, I have no control over the focus or anything like this because she's just so small, and also she drunk walks. Her eyes are open. They're closed right now for some reason, but they were open earlier today. Anyway, breeding hamsters isn't fun. And it's really important before you ever consider doing anything like that you think about the ethics behind it. Like these guys' lines go back to California, where Kay had to go on, she had to go and pay importing fees and travel fees and everything, and that's to keep lines clean. You don't go to the pet store and put 2 hamsters together and think that you're all of a sudden a hamster breeder, because what you are is a backyard breeder who probably doesn't have a proper understanding of genetics, because if you did, you wouldn't do it, because if you have pet store hamsters, you can't track any kinds of genetic lines. You have no idea what, chances are the 2 hamsters you got, probably siblings, not always ideal. And it's just super important that you do your research, and it takes it's not like I've been researching it all weekend and now I've decided that this is what I want to do. It's not. And I'm showing you, I'm featuring Thumbelina partially because she is a runt. And I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, she doesn't look all that healthy. It's because she's struggling to keep up. And part of that, and part of the ethics of being a decent hamster breeder, which I am not, I'm just helping out, but is understanding that sometimes you have to go above and beyond for the animal that you're looking out for. And that means a lot of personal expense. Breeding is really expensive if you do it properly. They have to eat this stuff called, it's just mush, but what it is it's watered down lab blocks mixed with baby food and puppy milk. So all of those things add up because they go through a lot. And baby hamsters are hungry little nuggets. And she's not eating right now at all. I'll have to try this again later. It's weird. She's normally starving. Which is good. That means she's probably getting food. She's getting bolder and stronger and getting food with mom. But it's expensive. And it's not like a fairy tale. It involves a lot of heartbreak. It involves, like I said, a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. It's challenging because you have to you bond with these animals, and then you realize that you can't keep all of them. And you have ones like this, with Thumbelina, who she's the only one right now in the whole litter that has a name. And that's a dangerous thing to bond with the runt, because statistically they're not given nearly the same kind of shot. I love her, and I have no problems feeding her multiple times a day, and I'll continue to do that. What did you got? A piece of poop on your face. Good job. But it's not a fairy tale little excursion where you can have some cute babies and just for fun and call it a day. That's not the way it works. It's stress. You have to worry about, always have to worry about the health of the moms. You have to worry about the health of the babies. You have to worry about finding good homes. You have to worry about everything that happens to any of these animals is on your conscience. And if that's not the way you see it, then you shouldn't be doing it. And like I said, it involves stuff like this, where I'm up, feeding her every 4 hours. And it's just what you have to do. It's the right thing to do. It's the conscionable thing to do. And I just want to warn you, like, it's not cheap. It's not something that is, there's a reason there's not a lot of good ethical breeders. There's a lot of backyard breeders, but there's almost no good ethical ones because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of emotional stress. And at the end of the day, yeah, you get cute hamsters. Like, they're cute as tits, but like, they're also stressful. Like, I stress all the time that every time I go to look for her in the nest that she's not going to be alive. And it's not an easy thing. And it's certainly not, like, I've seen people being like, I want to do this with my kid. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They're not a science experiment. They're not a teaching tool. They're a living, breathing animal. So anyways, I'm going to pause this for a second. It was just like a quick, don't think breeding hamsters is super fun and jolly, video, because, this is what I've been looking after for a while now. And it's, every day is a question mark. And I just wanted to share it before everybody goes, oh my God, this is so fun. It's not. This is great for me, but it's not. Okay, you're nibbling on my skin. The mush is right here, dude. So I'm going to pause it and grab her sister so you can see what I'm talking about when I say the difference in size and abilities. Okay. Oh. Hold on. There we go. So here we have one of Thumbelina's sisters. And here we have Thumbelina. There's the size difference. They are the exact same age. And that is something you have to consider, that it's not just a matter of having babies and being like, oh my God, they're so cute. It's not the way it works. The nature and life and all that is a bugger sometimes. And it's hard. And it's just, ethical breeding is so important, because if we don't have it, we don't get, the quality of the animals goes down and eventually we lose them. But it's also something really important to consider, and it's something to understand. And you have to contact other breeders before you even consider getting into it. And you have to do probably years of research. It's not something to be entered in lightly, and it's certainly not something to scoff at. I know this video looks kind of gross, but this is the reality of it. Before in another week and a half, you're going to see a video probably of these guys scampering about, being really cute, and you guys get to see the process of how they got to this. All right, so that was fun and lighthearted. I'm going to put these guys back, and I hope you guys have a great evening. I will see you guys on Thursday. Take care, everyone. Be good to one another. Bye-bye.